134 people said, yeah, they don't really mind either way. Keep watching and find out about what. Hey, you guys, my name's Joanne Kaminski. I am here to be able to talk about something that has really been at the top of my mind lately, because as we've been growing as a community, lots of tutors have been getting so book solid that they can't take the students that they have anymore. And there's two theories of thought on this. People can either pass those students on to other people just out of the kindness of their heart. And there are other people that they actually want to build something bigger with their business. And they want to find other tutors that are going to help support students in the best possible way, while also taking a cut from the work that the tutors do. And so there has been just like this tug of war feeling where, you know, some people, they tell others that they just want to pass on the student, and some people don't tell, and you never know, inside of our ultimate support group for online tutors. And so I want to kind of go into like, what is the whole purpose of the ultimate support group for online tutors? Well, you guys, the ultimate support group for online tutors was put into place to literally be support for your business, like questions that you have. There are so many times where, you know, when I was getting started with my business, I really didn't have anywhere to turn. I remember when I was getting started in 2010, there were a couple of other tutors that were out there that I could find independently that were doing what I was doing. But a lot of people at that point in time were working for other companies, not getting paid a lot, or they were using like tools like Wisant or those kinds of places that were taking, like at that point in time, it was a 40% cut. And it got really, you know, frustrating for me because I really didn't feel like I had other tutors that I could connect with and I could just ask questions of without feeling like I was bothering them. I remember I reached out to one tutor, and she was super, super nice. And I was just completely open with her. I told her that I was just getting started, and you know what kind of advice would she have for someone like me? And she gave me some great advice. And then I messaged her again with another question, and I didn't receive a response. I again later on, like sent her a question and didn't get a response. And I'm like, okay, she's obviously very busy, and it's not her responsibility to answer all of my questions. And so there was like this just realization inside of my head, like, wouldn't it be great if there was a place where if tutors did have a question, they could just go to? And so the Ultimate Support Group for Online Tutors was born. Now, it had many names before that, and it didn't do very well in with all the different names. But as soon as I turned the name into the Ultimate Support Group for Online Tutors, we had tutors starting to join us, getting to know each other, place where we could network, all of that great stuff. So let's take a look at, what was a question that I posed to tutors. I'm going to share my screen here. And what were their responses? So I had asked the question of, hey, you guys, I would love to know your thoughts about, as people grow their businesses and they're looking to hire tutors, can they post that inside of this group? I just want to know what your thoughts are about that. 134 people said, yeah, it doesn't bother me at all. 89 people said, hey, I love that idea. I love the idea that we can support each other. 15 people said they hate it. 10 say that it bothers them. And 4 votes said maybe monitor it to kind of limit the number of months so it's not overwhelming. And I thought, okay, these are great thoughts and these are great suggestions. And so, as I was taking a look at the different responses, here was a response that Shaylee had. She said, Joanne Kaminski, this group is to promote you. You are allowed to keep it that way. If you dilute the purpose, it will dilute the value. It's up to you. This group's not what it started as, and that's totally okay. It has to serve you in whatever way you want it to. If you want this to be filled with self-promo by others, that's up to you. And then Dorothy put, yeah, I don't think the group of that way. I think that it's a journey to support each other and the learning and our tutoring journey. And I do agree with you, Dorothy. Like, that is the point of it from my heart, is to help you guys while I am the only one. If there's promotions, I normally will have people, refer to me first and say, okay, what is their intent? I want people's intent to be very clear with you guys when you come to this group. I don't want this to be a group where you feel like you got spammed by somebody, okay? And it bothers me when people think that that's okay to do that kind of stuff or put stuff inside of the group that really doesn't serve our intention. We work really hard, you guys, to clean up this group. I've got Beth on my team here, and Beth, there's no amount of thanks that we can give you for continuing to keep this group clear of the clutter that, abandoned groups receive. So if you have an abandoned group, you'll notice that other people just start taking over with their own intentions, and then nobody starts showing up and the engagement goes down. I want tutors talking with each other. I want tutors learning from each other. I want there to be a place where you can go to ask your questions. And yes, there are times where I know I have services that are going to benefit people that I put on out there as well. I do want to keep down, though, the promotion. So I do want to know, like, what promos are going on. And it's not from this, like, I don't know, this place of, like, I need to control everything. It's that I have worked so hard to bring this group up to 10,000 people. From the beginning, when nobody would communicate inside of the group and I was the only one who would post, and maybe once in a while I would get a response. This is something that I did grow from the very, very beginning. So another person just kind of coming on in and having their own agenda, that kind of stuff doesn't sit really well with me inside of the group, because I know what the true meaning of the group is. And it's not just for people who they've got services to throw at you and they're just going to throw them at you. That's not okay. Now, I had Kim Hetherington. She asked a great question. She's like, why not just create a page for posting jobs and tutoring? So I did that. It is called Find an Online Tutor. And if you guys want to be able to join that, you're more than welcome to. I'd love to be able to show you what that looks like, though, so you can see what I'm trying to avoid with our group. So if you take a look, this is my Find an Online Tutor group that I created for people who wanted to be able to have some kind of promotion, all that kind of stuff. Here it's like, look, if you're looking for an online tutor, then you've come to the right place. I mean, this is for anybody. If it's a parent, if it's another tutor, all you have to do is type in the type of tutor that you're looking for, and we'll set you up with some suggestions. If you're an online tutor, please introduce yourself, share your website, your expertise, anything else that would be helpful for a student to know that you are a perfect fit for them. So parents and tutors can join this group. But take a look at what this ends up looking like. So, yeah, like I can't even read some of this because part of it is in another language. Here is somebody's promo here for alphabet letters. Here is need a teacher, need students, plus needs. So we got some bigger companies that are kind of like putting themselves out there and promoting. We've got preschool, kindergarten club. Now I'd like you to take a look right here at all the comments. Are people engaging with this? Are people actually like responding to it? Are people doing what it is that you want when you really set up a group, right? So this is a group that is just completely 100% towards like, look, you can promo yourself right inside of here. But there's zero engagement. And so a group that is all about promo, when you have too much promotion of any kind, dilutes the kind of engagement that you get. And the purpose of any group should be engagement and to be like connecting with people. So it doesn't work, right? When people just put like their ads out there like this, it doesn't work. So that's one of the reasons why in the past, we've not allowed any kind of promotion, because you can promote all you want inside of here, but it doesn't work. So why would I want to promote a strategy that didn't work? And I've had some really close friends like asking me like, hey, I'm growing my business now. I am looking for tutors. And we do have like high engagement inside of our group. When someone says, hey, I have a student, I'm looking for a tutor who can do this. We do have high engagement on those types of posts, but not when you have an entire feed of this is what your whole entire group is. So let's take a look at what some other people had to say, their thoughts, their ideas. Let me kind of close this on out so we can check it out. Where did it go? Here it is. So it's that whole idea of like self-promotion versus helping, right? And I think we really do want to be in a place where we are promoting. Here, Rhonda said, I don't like folks promoting themselves to us, but I do like it when a tutor tells of a job that they can't do and they want to pass it on. And Lynn said, yeah, I agree to that. That's awesome. You know, random job ads from across the world is going to devalue the group significantly. And I agree with that too. And so that's not what I am looking to really put into place. So I think it's really, really good to do. And I'm curious with search rank optimize, a better managed group would be more helpful. I'm curious as to your thoughts, search rank optimize, of how you think that the group isn't managed well. So if you're a member of our group and you feel like it's not managed well, please let us know. I would love to know more about like your thoughts about that and why you think that the Ultimate Support Group for Online Tutors is not managed well. I'm open for ideas, thoughts, and suggestions. I do believe there is a solution, you guys. Elaine Thatcher said, hey, other groups, I'm in post a weekly thread for posting job opportunities. She said, I think that works well because the feed is free for other conversation and you know where to look for it if you want to find more students. And Elaine Thatcher, Jody Bryant said, hey, that's how I got set up with hired online ESL teachers with job reviews. Keeps the group looking forward to Wednesdays when we do have the referral thread, and it helps keep the group from going like all Wild West in regards of conversations about jobs. And look, it is called the Ultimate Support Group for Online Tutors. We are looking for a way to be able to get students and be able to hire other tutors that can meet the needs of our students. And that's all fair game. So we've come up with a solution based off your feedback, based off of your ideas and your thoughts. We are going to have a thread each week where you're going to have the opportunity to post if you are looking for a tutor to tutor something that you want to bring onto your team. Please make sure that that's how you state it, that you're looking for tutors to bring onto your team versus I have a student for you, because there's a difference between I am just giving the student and all of that. We're going to have this post on Saturdays. It's called Shared Saturday, where you'll be able to share jobs or share students with other people. This means that any other day throughout the week, if you are posting those kinds of things, Though we will refer you back to this video, why we do what it is that we do, and also remove the post because it will only be allowed on the thread on Saturdays. Now, this isn't in an effort to like control you or do any of that. It's really to keep the group what it's meant to do, which is to answer your questions. You are stuck a lot of times for something, right? It's not really meant to be a place where you go to get students, but how helpful could that be, right? Like I see the value in that and I see how helpful that can be, but I also want to limit it so that every single post isn't about, hey, I have a student, or hey, I'm hiring tutors, because that is going to devalue the group as other people have feared. We've seen with my other group just how little engagement there is. And that's not my goal with this group. I want to keep the engagement high. I want to keep, really providing value for you guys so that you are able to be the tutor you were meant to be, and you have a place that you can go. I always want to be that place where you can go on Facebook to be able to get those questions answered. Not everybody has to hire me in order to get an answer, right? Like some things are just like a really quick answer that somebody's worrying. Should I be an LLC? Should I be a sole proprietor? Put the question on out there, right? That's a question that lots of tutors wonder, and you'll get to hear other people's opinions and thoughts about that, and then make the decision for yourself. And that is really the whole entire purpose of this. So I really do. I really, really do think that's important. Yes. So search rank optimization said that screen which you shared was not looking good. Too many ads, too many promos. Exactly. Well, that was the point, because that was not my group. Well, yes, it's my group, but that was the purpose of the group. Find an Online Tutor was the name of that group. Our group is called the Ultimate Support Group for Online Tutors, and we don't want it to turn into what that other group was. That other group was created for a purpose to be able to help people. I'm not sure how helpful it really is. For promo, I'm not really seeing too much engagement. I'm not really seeing people reaching out. I'm not really seeing people use it in a way other than just putting out their stuff, and it's not of value. So yes, that other one that I did show, that's exactly what it was. Moderation is absolutely essential. That's why the Ultimate Support Group. And for those of you've never seen the Ultimate Support Group, let me show you what that looks like, because I think that's important for those of you guys who are like, wait, I saw that other one that you were showing to me, and that was all great and all, but that isn't actually what we do. So here's the Ultimate Support Group for Online Tutors, you guys. I'm going to come back on over to home so you can see what that looks like today. We've got over 10,000 members inside of here. We do have a week at a glance. So this is additional free content that you guys can get access to every single week. So these will be found in the announcements each week. And so you can see the times that we are we're just getting together and we're chatting. So here, we have our YouTube live, how to find online tutoring jobs. I'm not charging anybody to come to this YouTube live, right? This is content that I feel is useful for you guys. On Tuesday, we have a Clubhouse. We're going to be talking about how you get online tutoring students through your website. Thursday, you're going to find some people that are in a new club that we have, and how did they get there? I think you're really going to be inspired and get a lot of value out of that. And then 10:30, this is where you get to just introduce yourself inside a Clubhouse. Clubhouse is a platform where you get to just you can come onto the stage, chat, be part of the conversation, or you can be part of the audience and just listen. Great way for us to be able to get to know each other. And so if you take a look here, we have somebody who's interested in leading worldly wise 3000 vocabulary class. So this would be one of those promos that people are kind of putting on out there, right? 22 comments. It is getting engagement, unlike that other page. But at the same time, I don't want to dilute it with these kinds of things. We have here, my students would like to give recommendations on my Facebook fan page, but how do they do it? That's a great business question, right? And we've got lots of people commenting on that. We have here, perception versus reality. This was just a thought that kind of came across somebody's idea. Justine's asking a question here about the math assessment and, which math assessment should we utilize and, how should we go about that? And she got 12 comments of different people who are like, here's some free assessments. Here's how you could go about that. Some really great support. People are adding value to the comments. Linda here says, I was considering hiring tutors for subjects I don't teach. I'm working about 10 hours a week, but wondered if I should expand to offer jobs to perhaps college students for subjects like math, physics. So again, this is a question that she's wondering as a tutor that she'd love other people's feedback on. Here we've got virtual game night for kids. This is obviously a promotion for something that isn't business related. It doesn't have anything to do with it. So here's what we will usually do when we see things like this. Yes, it's free. Yes, it looks like it could be fun, but that's not the point of this group. The point of this group is not to promote all of your other adventures that you have going on. It is to support you with your business of tutoring. So here we just then click remove post. We oftentimes have the ability to, even share like why we are removing the post. So here I could just put, hey, no promotions. It is self-promotion. Even though it's free, it's still self-promotion, right? And I can confirm and just click there. And that's my right as somebody who monitors this group. Here, somebody's asking the question, what accounting program would you recommend to a newbie to track tutoring revenue and expenses? Look at this, you guys, 32 comments. This is what this group is about. It's about engagement. It's about adding value. It's about helping. It's about being of service. It's about building relationships. That's what the group is about. So on Saturdays, if you are looking for students, not for your own, like, hey guys, I'm looking for a student, I tutor this. No, that still is never going to be allowed because honestly, we are all tutors. We all need students. It is only to share. So whether it's sharing a job position that you have with your tutoring company or you are sharing a student for free, that will go on Share Saturdays. And we will just recommend you, hey, this will now be a post that is only accepted on the one thread. So there'll be one thread every week where people can put their Share Saturday stuff. But it will not be an ongoing thing. Each week it will start off brand new so that you can go on in. And if you've got a promo that you want to put on inside of there, let's say it's Wednesday, wait till Saturday. You'll be able to put it on in there. Look for the thread and you'll be able to add it to that thread. Anybody who tries to share on Saturday but not inside of the thread, it will still be removed because it's not part of that thread. Again, we don't want the entire feed to be filled with, I have a student to share with you, or I have, I'm hiring tutors or whatever the case may be. So hopefully that helps you guys as you kind of go through this and can be really, really helpful for you. And just know that this is all about building relationships. So I'm not responsible. If you have a bad interaction with somebody who is hiring tutors, stop working for them. Don't continue to do business with them. If they aren't paying you right or they're not doing those kinds of things that they need to be doing for you, do not continue to work for them. Don't work under those circumstances. But also, I'm not responsible if you decide to move forward with them. So do your homework, you guys, okay? Do your research. Find out more. That will be on you. When it comes to taking on new students, when it comes to working with another tutor, all of those great things. So hopefully that helps. Again, we are here to support you guys, but we also want to make sure that we're here for our true intent, which is to help those people who have questions that when you don't know where to turn, you at least have the ultimate support group for online tutors. Thanks for joining me, you guys, today. And I'm so excited to continue to support you guys on your journey. Have a great day. Bye, everyone.